Welcome to Leap Sales with Ian Nethercott and Larry Feldman live.
If you look at the last 4 years, Ian, we've answered 41 million phone calls for dealers over the last 4 years with our AI platform. We've also handled over 150 million text messages. And so when you look at just those raw numbers, that's a 4-to-1, 3.5, 4-to-1 text to phone call. So I don't know. Here's what I can tell you, though. I believe that the customer wants to be met where they are presently. If that is text, voice, video call, if they want to be engaged and engaged instantly.
I've been fortunate enough to be using Numa since square one, but my opinion, I like to meet the customers where they are, because if I choose my preference in terms of how I want to communicate with people, I'm going to eliminate a large portion of my potential customers. The customer calls in from the outside. There doesn't have to be a person on the other side of the conversation, and it will be a transcribed, recorded transcription of the message, which is important, and it's real time, 365 days a year. So we don't lose anything. The customers that prefer the phone and the customers that prefer the text may be two different people, but the nice thing about like Numa as an example is you got both of those people in one spot.
All righty, here we are. So if you missed last week, it was a Passover thing. So I was here, but Rhonda and Larry weren't. It was an interesting show. There were a lot of missed swear jar opportunities, just because obviously people went a little off the rails, which was fine, but not in a non-swearing way. I think actually David Rozek was the biggest offender, if memory serves me. But
David.
Yeah, he was dropping lots of F-bombs, so it was interesting.
I'm just glad Brooke Furnace wasn't on, because she would have been offended by that use of salty language.
I was just thinking about her too.
Yeah, you would have filled up that swear jar
In a heartbeat.
There was definitely lots going on. It was a really, really interesting show, though, because we talked about all kinds of stuff. But I guess the topic today is what's new with you. So maybe I'll start. I'm jumping in on both feet with the Auto Hub show and Lethal Sales full time. So we're signing up sponsors at scale. So there will be more news soon. If you are looking to do an NADA speaking engagement, we're also offering that service to get you on that list.
I'll send it.
Time is of the essence. So don't forget, if you want to do that, if you're applying yourself, the cutoff date is the 24th of this month. So just so you know, last year, half of the speakers were NADA employees. So it's going to be tighter to get through that gate. But if you need help with that, we're helping, and we're going to be doing some panels potentially as well. I'm working with Peter Martin, who I've known for almost 20 years. So we've had a lot of discussions. We'll also be doing some helping with fundraising for startups or more mature companies. So if you're interested in that, we can have an offline discussion about that. And of course, we'll be signing up and driving revenue towards Lethal Sales as well. Once we get the main thing handled, we'll be doing that as well, Larry. So we'll talk about that. If you are interested in placement on the new website for the Auto Hub show, let me know. We're talking to our designer maybe later this week. We're going to be making a lot of changes to that site as well. And that's all that's new for me currently. So Larry, you're next up, man. It's been a while.
I never like it when people complain about being busy, because I usually think what it means is they're bad time managers. So forgive me, and I see my girl Sandy Zimino's back on. Forgive me for saying this, but I'm really busy. I've shifted my business around, let somebody go, unfortunately, and push somebody in a different direction. And I'm getting 30 to 40% more interviews set, 30 to 40% more people in class, and 30 to 40% more people hired. I'm picking up dealers left and right for remote recruiting. And if all that wasn't enough, the band's playing a lot. So between the band and having a normal life at home and running around, I'm doing it. But I got to tell you, if there's something more fun than being busy, I don't know what it is. You know, I just hate to be bored. And when you got something hopping all the time, and it's just a fun thing. And once again, we're coming off of Passover and Easter and all these holidays, and I think it always comes down to just being glad you're alive. You know, realizing that you're here. You don't know how long you're going to be here, and to turn the volume up every day. And I think if you feel that way, you're lucky, because I think there's so many people out there that don't appreciate life is finite and just making things happen. So as far as me, Ian, the same stuff as always, only more. And as always, it's so nice to see everybody here. If you guys saw the pictures, they'll be on tomorrow of my class here. Man, it looks like Woodstock from the air. People sit on top of people. Just another fun, good week. The gentleman that joined us, Gene Lytle, I had the pleasure of meeting him. We reached out to each other. I'm going to be doing his podcast, and we're going to do some things together. He indicated that maybe I could be an avatar in something he could do. And I think everybody on the program took a vote, decided I would be better as a cartoon character than trying to be a real human being anyway. So maybe there's some room there, Gene. And when we get down to it, Gene, since we all know everybody on the program except you, you can take a minute or two and say what you do. But keep in mind, on this show, everybody talks, nobody pontificates, and everybody gets a chance to comment.
So who's up next? Doc?
Well, we put Gene on. I just introduced him.
Yeah, go
And this
ahead.
better be good, so it's not an anticlimax, Gene.
Everybody can hear me okay?
Yes,
Yep.
sir. Great.
Well, I just started a podcast called, oh my God, I can't even think right now.
Gene,
That's what happens when you put on the
That's
spot.
not very marketable,
Gene.
Gene, you haven't been on the show long enough to come on Stone. You have to be here 3 or 4 shows before you have to write the mumbling bum.
So it's called Revenue Playbook Chronicles. Brand new at it. I actually was going to have the digital car guy was going to be on it, but he didn't get the chance to make it because I saw a podcast with digital car guy and the guy Russell.
That's me, baby.
Yeah, he was on.
WTF, man. That's not a swear jar, Rhonda. That's
And I got inspired when I saw him, and he was already committed to be on my podcast, but he wasn't able to make it. So I'm hoping to get him rescheduled. But what a great character! I really liked him. And Russell, you're not so bad yourself. I don't care what Rhonda says about you.
Rhonda, you know, you can try that, Gene, but Rhonda loves me, man. I know it.
But anyway,
Maybe after Easter, we should maybe find the people where we want to say Jesus loves you, but everybody else thinks you're a jerk. There are some out there.
But I got 40 years in the car business. I've done everything in it. The last 15, I've sold to car dealers data and software and aftermarket products and things like that. I just started in the AI space, and I'm enjoying it. My podcast is basically set up for industry leaders to open up their playbooks, their strategies, and kind of tell us about their journey. Okay, I didn't know if somebody else had something to say, but anyway, their journey about their pivots, their challenges, their opportunities, and if they thought they were going to quit at some point, and what made them keep going, and hopefully it starts networking. All the high net worth individuals get to start networking with each other. But more importantly, I kind of wanted to go with to teach those people that are up and coming, that are thinking about getting in the business, starting a business, and realizing that business is good, and there are troublesome times, and it's not about how you get knocked down, but how you stand back up, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and keep going. And I'm hoping that can inspire somebody like that. And hopefully we do good things. I've got 40 people already scheduled to go on it. So I'm excited. I'm learning a lot, meeting a lot of people from all different walks of life. And I think that's a benefit that I didn't expect. And I'm having fun with it. And thank you for the opportunity to say something.
No worries.
No problem at all. By the way, you said you were dealing with high net worth people. If you can put a podcast together for high debt people, that might work here, since we have a lot of people here struggling and scuffling.
Right, I'll be
The
one of them.
subprime buyer podcast.
Okay.
We always, Sandy joined us again, which is great to see. And why don't we, after that, hear from Mike Larkin? Sometimes he gets shuffled to the end, and we love Mike. Sandy first. Mike, what's new? What's happening? What's going on?
Hey, everybody. I was here last week. I
wasn't.
Right, because it was Passover. I had we missed both of you. And I had a couple.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've written, especially you, Rhonda.
Of course, yes, thank you.
I was the only
Thanks,
girl.
Mark.
Wait a minute, Sandy. If that was an attempt to hurt my feelings, keep in mind, I'm a car salesman and I'm the youngest of my family. Nothing to hurt my feelings. I'm like a cockroach struggling through the kitchen.
It was not an attempt to hurt your feelings. If you know me, I don't try to hurt people's feelings. However, anyway,
Yeah.
I wasn't here because I had a WOCAN thing. Like, lots of things happen sometimes at 7:00 on Wednesdays, right? Like, I got a monthly thing with WOCAN. And then there was something else that I had to. It was the second thing with WOCAN. Anyway,
So
so
we're glad you're back.
well, I'm glad to be back because this is always a fun conversation. Gene, it's super nice to meet you. I'm looking forward to hearing your podcast, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Farther ahead than me. I'm in the midst of starting a podcast, but you know what it is? It's that I'm afraid of it. Right? Like, and this is what I do. I wait. I have a website. I actually bought a website, Ready Set Auto Podcast. Right? Like, I have things and sometimes being afraid of doing something that I've never done before.
Sandy, that's the most fun in life, is doing things you're afraid of, because then you push yourself and blow up all your boundaries.
Larry, literally everything that I've done has been things that I haven't done before, right? Like HR, any job that I've had, it's been, I know this. I also know me.
You're doing things you've never done before constantly. Gene, we're going to call her podcast the Constant Virgin Podcast. We'll see if people are paying attention. She's trying something different all the time.
Sandy, it's interesting how you said that, because I'm a very, very shy individual, and I hate meeting new people by personality. And I was challenged to get into the car business early to try to change that. And it never really went away. And then it came to people. I say, I'd love to do a podcast, but there's no way. 2 years ago, there's no way I would be even on a podcast, more or less hosting one. And then I got challenged again, and I said, you know what? I got to reinvent myself at 61 years old. Let's do it. And you know what? I should have done it a long time ago, because I'm having a lot of fun.
It's going to be seasoned unbelievably, Gene, is what I think, right? And we have a little bit of a different challenge. I'm not people give me people to talk to, and I'm an extrovert extraordinaire. It's the mechanics of it, right? I'm afraid of not doing it the right way, or with the right thing, or the right, So I'll get over it. I'll get past it. And once I do, I don't want to put anything into the swear jar, but the F out. Okay.
Well,
if either of you have questions about podcasting, I've been doing it for 7 years. I do a live show every week. Been doing it for a long time. I probably have some learnings I can share, so feel free to reach out. If you are looking for a platform to host your podcast on, we are looking for more content for 2026. So once I get through this next 30 days, definitely reach out. I'd be happy to have, whether it's recorded or live podcasts. I'm on every platform anyway, so let me know.
Yeah, I don't even understand what that means. So, like, this is the part that I'm like, what? I have to find somewhere to host my podcast? I don't understand.
Yeah, you got to put it somewhere. Absolutely. If you want people to find it. Absolutely.
Can I just do it in my Zoom? Anyway, let's not make this about. All right.
For anybody that doesn't know, Ian understands platforms, he understands algorithms, he understands all the mechanisms, and I'm the guy you call if you want to know where to get good pizza, because they always find it every city. We have limits to our abilities.
What platform is?
Wait a minute, go back to Abdul. Abdul, what is on your shirt?
Oh, what's on my shirt? Palm trees.
Palm trees.
Palm trees. Palm trees.
He's in California.
California
enough said.
palm tree.
Yeah.
That's
You're not aware, Gene, because you're new. He's kind of like the Calvin Klein of our show. We look at everything out.
Gary's here.
Mr. Larkin, or obviously Russell.
Okay.
Whoever wants to
So-
go first.
Mike, go ahead, Ben. I please.
Oh, okay.
So what's new, Mike?
What's new? Hey, if you were around last week, Rhonda, I know you couldn't, but that swear jar, you'd be on vacation this week.
Damn. Ooh, damn.
Damn.
Damn. There was lots.
Damn.
They're like, no, Rhonda? Okay, swear is on.
Rhonda, can you go watch the replay and like,
I
send
tried,
back
but
your
there was no
voice?
sound.
That
He
wasn't
fixed
me.
it so I wouldn't know what was going on.
That wasn't me. That was Ian.
Let me
Turn this all on mute.
Let me give you a David Rozek was one of the serial offenders. Just so you know. You didn't hear it from me.
Under the bus.
Yeah, he was a serial
Michael,
offender.
what's new, my buddy?
Yeah.
And if he shows up, I'm gonna tell him you said that.
Fair enough.
The replays are on.
Yeah.
I've heard him drop a few F-bombs before.
As far as Sandy goes and her starting and the fear of it, hey, I do a podcast each week with Larry and Gary. So talk about fear. Every week I'm in fear. but as far as you getting off your duff and getting it, invite one of us.
Yeah.
And have a good time because we'll rank on you and you'll laugh. And that'll get you through that fear because you're going to be hating on us.
Yeah.
As far as things are going, 2 platforms we're working on. One of them is an automated journalist, and its name is Brian AI.
I've had the pleasure of meeting
And it's
Brian. He's
all
an interesting
automated.
character. Yeah.
Yes, and if you ask Larry, he misses Liam because Liam had a bunch of bugs in the alpha, and he missed Liam.
Yeah.
Didn't you? It wasn't it you, Larry, that missed Liam?
Yeah, Larry used to speak
Um,
very fondly of Liam, yes.
Liam.
Nice chap.
But Brian took over. His voice is better than Liam's, and he has no bugs. But we're breaking that thing out to speak to leaders in the industry and get their visibility out there, and we're tying it into article writing. So it takes the transcript and writes 2 articles, maybe sometimes 5. But then we get back to whoever was interviewed and we issue the drafts so they can kind of, hey, I don't like that picture. That's the wrong quote. Anything they need to change, we can edit it before it goes and syndicates to 4, 5, or 6 national publications online. So it's a really cool program. And it's automated. So, it saves the time, energy, and effort from an owner or managers of a company that have to take at least 20 hours a month to get all this content out there. So an AI cannot create expert intelligence. That expert intelligence needs to come from the expert. So we're taking those experts and what they say in their own words, their own message, and put it out to their own market. We tie that in with taking the article once it's live and put it into our viral videos and makes a video out of that article. So it's part of our content velocity, and we're following the EEAT methodology. If you don't know what that is, Google it for yourself, because if you ignore it till next year and you come across this episode, you're going to be too late. So I'm Mike, and I'm dropping my mic.
Russell.
Okay, so yeah, Gene.
Yes.
Awesome. I'm so happy for you. We just started our 5th year of our 6th year in business, and a lot of people over that time, podcast like 2001 started to get really big. People were undertaking it, and as fast as they started, as fast as they stopped. They didn't realize how much was really involved in editing and really making a go of it. I'm so thankful that Charity, my chief marketing officer, she does a lot of research before guests. I can't even, I don't know how many, but we got tens of thousands of downloads, and I mean, it's awesome. It's really started to take off, and I want that for you, because I wanted to make a difference too. And people thought I was crazy. I was 60 years old when I sold my other company and started this company with my business partner. And they said, "What are you doing?" Well, I'm chasing a different dream, because that one right there turned into dust. The old one did. So anything that, as you probably already know, anything that I or anybody in here can do to assist, you just reach out and let us know, okay?
I really appreciate that. And it's funny you said editing, because I've filmed 9 episodes so far. Actually 10 episodes, but the first one was so terrible, so bad, I put it on YouTube just to keep it so I know what not to do next time. And but all other 9, I hired somebody to edit, and all 9 are still there for 3 weeks.
Good.
And I don't know what to do. I feel like I need to find somebody that is good at editing and can gas it up.
So here's the thing. If you would like, I would be more than happy to offer you to visit with Charity, and maybe she can help you with some of those pitfalls. And right now we've hired an outside person to do our editing. We had to let the other gentleman that we had go, and he's brilliant and very inexpensive. We'll probably end up hiring him full time, but it's like if somebody's gone someplace before you, it's always best to tap into that. And Charity's done an amazing job. She really has. How she edits, research, how she links it out, keywords, and I mean, she's really good. And if you'd like to have a conversation with her, just let me know, and I'll set that up for you. Okay, Gene?
I feel like that's going to be my bottleneck, and I do need some help.
Okay, well then, I don't know if you have my email or
no. Somebody.
I'm very.
Would you like me to send his contact? Your contact?
Yeah, please do. Just send
Gene, I'll take care of it.
Yep.
Okay, I got you on that, Gene. What's new? Freaking everything's new. That's what's new. Okay. I mean, I'm going to keep it really simple. It's like for the last 15 years with 2, I'm not going to count the first company, but the last 2 companies, well, the last one and this one, the last 15 years, I've been grinding. Okay. And, it's starting to wear on me, because I'm fixing to turn 67, and it's like, but it's paying off. It's like every day I get up and I show up, whether I want to or don't want to or want to, it doesn't make any difference. I show up. Okay. Every single day I'm committed. One of the most important things that have been instrumental with this company is that I remain humble and kind and help as many people as I can along the way, if at all possible. Now, sometimes people may not look at it that way. It's getting harder and harder to engage and return everybody's phone call and text messages in a timely manner. It's not because I don't care. It's just that I'm overwhelmed. I'm in uncharted territory because things are going so fast. However, at the Mopar Parts and Service Convention in October in Orlando, I met a couple of gentlemen, and we've hired so many people over the last 15 years that have just dropped the ball miserably. And I felt like I'm going somewhere with this, but I needed to be involved in everything. Okay. Now we have 43 employees. We got 8 different departments. And it's like, it's people say, wow, how do you do it all? I say, hell, I don't know, but it's getting done. And so I hired these 2 guys from another company, very, very big company. And they saw the technology and they were just, what they've done in the last 3 months have taken a lot off my plate, which I'm really grateful for. And I'm hopelessly optimistic. The level of talent they have, I don't have the talent. The relationship side, I have that talent. Okay. On the execution, boy, these guys are great. Well, my other business partner just recently reminded me that, because things are really starting to happen, but Russell, the things that are happening are from what you have set up to happen. The Ford Direct thing is exploding. Okay. We just became certified partner. And I mean, it is, they're rolling us out to these 2, they call you 300 dealers to start with. There's 800 of them, and that signifies under 300 new vehicles a year for a Ford dealership. And we have a product for this. So they're rolling us out. All the contracts have been signed. And I mean, it's like, you know, we'll double our business probably this year. I don't even know how to, but you know what? I just keep showing up and doing what I'm doing, supporting people and loving them where they're at. They're not me. They are them. They don't present like me. They don't know the technology. It's my company. I built it. I get it. They won't, but they're very talented and very good at what they do. So I'm just now starting to breathe just a little bit, and it's really, really nice. And then the other thing is my book. Been working on it for 2.5 years. Into some of you know little bits and pieces. Rhonda knows it all, and she's fixing to get another dose of it though. And we got a website. We're fixing to. Sherry's got a full blown marketing plan to execute. Who's going to get books? Where they're going to go? Because it's like 2 genres. It's like memoir and self help and automotive, but it's also we're going to send it to does anybody ever heard of Amon Carter or Amon? Amon Carter. Anyway, she's even going to send it to Hollywood. You know, she said you never know. So anyway, she's going to make arrangements to get me on a lot of speaking engagements and podcasts, and because I very seldom, I'm not saying this, Serena, but I just don't, for whatever reason, people don't reach out to me to come on podcasts, and yet I do all these freaking podcasts, and everybody knows who I am. So I don't know what the reason is. It doesn't make any difference. But the purpose of the book, it's different, and it's in your face. It's very graphic. It's very detailed, and it's
very good.
Thank you very much. It's going to end up being about 110 pages, etc. And anyway, I'm really excited about that because for my whole life, not my whole life, the last 35 years of my life, I've told bits and pieces of my story, and you need to write a book. You need to write a book. And, you know, I can't write a book. So I shared a little bit of my story with my chief marketing officer, Charity, and she's a journalism major. And I mean, she went to work after Rhonda and some of the comments that Rhonda made about it, because she wants to make sure that it hits home. And it's not about selling books or anything like that. It's about if people understand what I have been through, what's your excuse? You know, that you can accomplish or achieve whatever you want to. And there's not a better vehicle than automotive to do that. There's just not. I don't care your education level. I don't care. And, you know, the other day, I got to say, I'm sorry, I'm dominating. Can I have just a couple more minutes?
Of course.
So we were on the APA. Ron Boss, you know, everybody knows Ron Boss, loves the guy to death. Okay. And towards the end of APA, he was talking about vendors and how they approach him. And one of the things he said was, you know, when somebody says to me with a lot of skepticism that they were in automotive, you know, they run in stores as a GM and et cetera, which I did too. And it's like, well, I won't use the profanity, but you know, okay, so why are you a vendor then? If it was so successful and you were doing so well, you know, there's something there. Well, when you have multiple felony convictions, you kind of just like you're out. You can't go any. I can't be a part of a public company. Nobody's going to back me. I'm a liability because of my felonies and all the felonies. It's like the only other way for me to achieve what I wanted to achieve is get in the vendor side. And that's not true for everybody. Some people just whatever. Anyway, it's been a great ride, and it's the great equalizer. And for anybody listening in or out of here, whatever you want to achieve, this is the vehicle to do it. But you know what? It's up to you to do it. It's just up to you to do it. That's what I wanted to share.
Thank you for sharing, Russell.
So who do we got left on the list? We got, let's see who we have. Oh, so Sandy.
We got Abdul and Gary and
Yeah.
Sandy, right?
Yeah.
Christian.
I went.
Christian.
Do you want to go next, Christian?
I'm up. I'll go.
Come on, brother.
Come on now.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
eat
So what's going on? Let me just hit three things. So broadly, my workshops, master classes. I've got this one called it's an advanced sales training course. It's called Unlock the Buyer's Mind: Automotive Negotiation Secrets. And I'm having really good luck with getting people signed up on this. So the first quarter, I've signed more people up to do this than I got to do it all year last year. So, and also I'm glad that I'm happy that we're moving towards getting the right people in there. It needs to be advanced salespeople that are tenured, at least probably 6 months to a year in the business, probably more, but then sales managers are coming to it now too. So happy with that. I also created another course called Ghosted: How to Prevent, Fix, and Re-Engage with Today's Buyer. So ways to use some of the influence principles of persuasion in texting, video, and in email. So that's what I've created. So it's nice to add something else to the repertoire or to my courses. As far as some other things that are going on, I'll shoot it out here right now. As some of you know, I am on the board of the APA Automotive Partners Association. I'm in charge of partners or excuse me, new memberships. So I went ahead and shot you guys a link. Right now, we're doing the founding membership drive, $400 right now if you signed up for the year, versus it'll turn into $500 at some point. So if you want information on that, you can reach out to me, or you can go ahead and click the link. And then last but not least, hail to the victors, Michael. So I told you guys this luck was going to run out. So Michigan ended up winning the national championship on Monday. I lived in Michigan for a couple of years when I was in 3rd and 4th grade. So I adopted them as my college team, and I just have stayed with them ever since. So had a pretty good couple of years here with them winning the national championship in football, and then last Monday night with the basketball. So there's my three. I'll let somebody else go. Thank you.
Congratulations, Christian.
Right
Well
on,
done.
Christian. I love you, man.
Yeah.
You too as well. And hey, by the way, Gene, what's the name of your podcast and where can I find it?
You need to tag all of us, man.
Yeah.
You can put it in the chat if you'd like, Gene.
Yeah.
Okay. Please do.
Yeah.
I'm on a cell phone, so I'm not sure.
So I guess you can't.
But it's called Revenue Playbook Chronicles on YouTube. And there's not a lot of content, and unless you want to see that one podcast that I don't want anybody to see.
Gotcha.
You could comment on it though. I nice.
Be nice. Okay. Well, just so you know, even the bad things, I don't know, somebody do people thumbs down? Does that help your algorithm at all? I mean,
Well,
at least somebody commented. I don't know. I mean,
He won't be monetized real quick.
You got-
you're not being ignored. I mean,
Yeah.
you're not being ignored, right? That's the worst thing they say is
There
being ignored.
is.
But by the way,
Yeah.
I'm available to come on podcasts. I'm a soundbite machine. Just saying. So anyhow,
Yes, we were honored to have Christian, and it was amazing.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
I
Russell.
think, I don't know how many we've had, but in all the guests, there's only 2 that were just, they had to see the questions up front. So Charity does some digging and some research, and I, try to get engaged in the, on the human side. Anyway, it works out real well. So, but there are ways to edit that where you get, people just gravitate towards whatever the title is or something like that. Charity will, when you visit with her, you'll understand.
Yeah, and you got to start somewhere. So no matter
Yeah.
how you started, I mean, the show that I do started as a Zoom call almost 8 years ago. So it wasn't
You
really
just
a
start,
show.
right, Ian?
Yeah, you just start, and you're going to get better over time. You're going to learn as you go. And to Russell's point, if you can get help on the editing side, that is the most arduous task by far and above. Full stop. Everything else is pretty straightforward, but editing that's a full deal. If you have questions, let me know. Gary.
Well, perfect. Hello, everybody. I hope Larry and Rhonda, I hope you had a nice Passover.
Is it over yet? Because it'll be nice when it's over.
I want a big, we're going to have a big pizza.
Yeah, that's what we're gonna have.
Yeah. That's everybody's favorite. And talking about the podcast is, I like to give a big shout out to Mike Larkin and Larry, but Mike does all the heavy lifting for us and for everybody who's watching. It was basically, I think it was, I don't know, Mike dragged me on this show, and it was basically a natural that Larry, Mike, and I got together, and now we've done 61 episodes together. We're starting to get a little backlog of guests that we're bringing on between Larry's relationship, Mike's relationship, and mine, and that's been awesome. Every Friday, it's looking forward to. Mike's stressing a little bit, but he's figured out how to keep it channeled where even if we do have the most technology challenged people on the other end, we can get them on and get them breathing and having it. And I really think that it's great because we get to help our friends get better because, we make it very comfortable. In between Larry, Mike, and myself, we all know this is all a foreign soil for us to get on live on podcasts. So we want to make it welcoming, and it's great to get the information out. And a lot of our guests are turning into our friends, and we're partnering with their products, and we're working together and collaborating. So it's been awesome. And, for what's going on now, the winter's over. It was a cold winter.
Damn, it sounds like a boat or something.
We were warmed up with the run of our young Husky men and women, which is great. Season in every year, you find our coaching staff and our players second, and they work together. And what I love is I can always correlate great teamwork, coaches, leadership, and that's the correlation that the dealership today really needs to learn to live by. And there's been so much success over the years of accountability at every spot. And where dealerships that are crushing it, there's accountability at every spot. And, what we went through over the last 5, 10, 20 years of non-compliant, of chaos, the digital and the AI is going to organize the auto industry to a point where if you're not playing by the rules, you're out. The FTC is going to shut you down. Peers are going to, consumers aren't going to come to your dealership. It is now time for the dealerships to evolve again and be the dealerships that they were supposed to be in the 70s, beacons of the community. And I'll go on my soapbox. The family owned and operating Ford dealerships in our communities are the backbone. They're the strongest network of dealerships in the market. And boy, do they have an opportunity to take back market share, because the consumer's starving for honest, trustworthy, local community leadership. And the great news is I've been working with a lot of my friends behind the scenes, and I've been able to finally put together what I've been trying to put together for a long time, is a complete digital operational system that captures leads, first-party leads from the dealer's own website, and bringing that deal all the way through the sales process, the F&I process, to be buttoned up and to be able to do this anywhere the customer can get a cell signal from the deal. They don't need to be in the dealership to finish the completion of the documentation. So I built this at a lot of hard work, many, many years, and now it's deployable. And you'll see more of it on LinkedIn, because there's some pretty cool things behind it, some big players, and I'm excited to be on this team bringing it to market. So it's good times right now. Second quarter in the auto industry, there's lots of opportunity in the auto industry, and it goes from top to down: technicians, employees in the office, service. I mean, the auto industry is something that's going to grow back to being the strength in the local markets, and I'm looking forward to helping a bunch of dealers do that. So that's what I got to say.
Right on, man.
Fantastic.
That's,
Nice. Abdul from
Yes,
Cabal.
sir. Well, as far as your podcast, Mike and Larry and Gary, on Fridays, I truly enjoy it. It's really good, and we've been very, very grateful to have participated in it a couple of weeks ago. And it's been a great month of March for us, and April started up pretty good. And the good thing is that our founder always keeps a step ahead on AI and how to make our platforms more friendlier and especially more compliant. And on a weekly basis, and I share them with Gary and Larry and Mike and of course Rhonda. We appreciate that, and I enjoyed this, this gathering on Wednesdays a lot. We learn a lot, and appreciate the marketing effort and the collaborations that I have with several of you here on the site, and looking forward to a great month of great second quarter of spring. And funny thing is, dealerships here are running out of inventory on used cars, and that's a great thing to hear. It's just they're selling out, and so we're really looking forward to this year, and it's been a great start for spring, and always great pointers that I pick up from a whole bunch of you here on Retail Sales and Friday Sales. And also I try to connect with Ian on Mondays. Those are really very informative stuff that I get from it. So I really appreciate being part of the group, and hope to continue to be part of it for a foreseeable long-term future. Appreciate having all of you part of our network.
Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, you always learn from people. You're going to connect with a lot of people on any podcast that you're a part of, whether you're doing it or on it or a guest on it. It's a great way to get the message out there, but more importantly, it's about consistency. So really, whether it's you're doing it one day a week or one day a month or live or recorded, doesn't matter. It's about consistency. That's what I've learned over 7 years of doing it. And as Russell said, I mean, it's a grind sometimes, but at the end of the day, it's doing it over a long period of time and getting better at it. And I think you should always keep those first podcasts up, because you can see where you came from. I mean, no one's an expert when they first do anything. I mean, if you look at even famous actors, their first roles are always kind of comedy looking back when you see them later on. But, I'm sure they look at those and go, wow, can't believe anyone hired me.
If you take Ian, I want to make a comment. The young man, what's his name? Russ The guy.
Yeah, thank you, young man. I love it.
Yeah, Russ.
That young man, you know, he showed his first clip, and he showed he was right out of high school and how he bumbled and bandered all over himself, and then he showed how he advanced from, you know, his beginnings of tripping all over himself to being a trainer, a smooth, you know, an articulate young man. So those are the victories that you love to see with stuff like that. Hey, Wendy. So.
Yeah, thanks for
Hey,
that.
Wendy, what's new? What's going on with you that's new? Or that's what we're focusing on today?
Funny thing happened on the way to Lethal Sales. Like things just kind of, everything happens at once. So I had to put out a couple little baby fires, and now here I am. And I'm like, and I was so proud of myself. I was on time. I was gonna be early. Sandy, I love your glasses. So yeah. So Christian, you look really sad. I'm here now. You can smile. So what's going on, guys? How's the call been going, and what are we talking about?
What's
sad,
new?
I'm happy. I just can't see, so you're seeing me squint. That's
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wendy, look at all my ducks. I have babies again.
Oh, I love that.
There's babies over there.
I love that. I used to have a lakeside condo in Mesa a few years back, and it was so nice. It's just so wonderful, right? Having your coffee in the morning and watching them, like, yeah, good for you. Good for you. You could even have a dance break with them, right? You could teach them how to dance, some kind of waddle, make up a duck dance.
You know what's hilarious? Like, I have a gym outside. So in the morning, I'll be out there working out, and there's a couple of ducks that literally, they come looking for me. So like they'll come around the corner like, why haven't you fed us yet?
Nothing better than communing with God's creatures as you start your day, right?
I swear, it's so little, but they give me such joy.
Awesome.
That's
super. And so what is our timing today? What is our topic, and what are we talking about?
What's new is the topic. What's new with you?
That's why we asked what's new. What's new, Wendy?
Oh, what's new is Gene. I haven't met you, Gene. Hi, Gene.
Hi.
Oh, hi, Gene. Oh.
Hi, Gene.
Hi, Gene.
Hi, Gene. How's your
We're talking
hygiene?
about hygiene.
It's good.
What's new? My world's great. I got my fly swatter here somewhere. I guess, every now and then I need to take a look at in the mirror and find out who's causing it. Is it me or is it exterior? And of course it's always exterior. It's never me, right?
Right.
Of course.
Just kidding. But yeah, life is good. I'm feeling good. I'm started a thing with a new trainer. Everything is wonderful in that regard. Business is great. Challenges, but because of my faith and what I believe that we're coming into a season of abundance for all of us. I feel like it's a beautiful time to be alive, especially with AI, because it creates so many opportunities for those of us who are solutions providers to show people how to work with the solutions as teammates and make it all work, and just find where they moved your damn cheese, right? Same goal, sell cars, right? Drive traffic and, sell cars, but it's just a bit of a different route. So for me, it's really exciting because it keeps me sharp and it keeps me keeps the creative juices flowing. And I see and I read about all the different things you guys are getting into. And Gary, your graphics, oh my God. And the way all of your expertise is growing in, I don't know if you can call it expertise because there's no such thing as an AI expert, but your knowledge and the things you're putting out there are so high level. And I see the growth with each and every one of you guys, even though I'm not engaged in social as much as I've been. And I just want to say, I think I'm happy. I'm really, really happy. We're celebrating Holy Week this week. I'm Greek Orthodox. So our Sunday, and today's actually the day we get anointed with oil. We have similar to the Holy Week, so we have a Holy Week this week, and very exciting. It's a time of renewal, right? Whether you celebrated last week or whether you're celebrating Passover or whatever you're celebrating, it's a season and a time and a quarter of renewal, and I'm pumped. I'm very thankful. How about you guys?
Well, we had lots of different discussions, so a whole bunch of different points of view from all kinds of different people. Thanks for that, Wendy, including Russell talking about how you have to grind it out sometimes, but he feels he's seeing the light there, which is great with a bunch of employees. And then we talked a little bit about doing things outside of your comfort zone. Talked a little bit about podcasting with Gene and Mike and the boys doing that. Trying to think what else we talked about. I guess Rhonda didn't really share anything yet, so go ahead, Rhonda. You still got 10 minutes.
Okay.
Can I interject?
Yeah.
Can I just tell you how gorgeous you looked in that holiday photo with that pretty red lipstick all dutied up on that social post you did, Rhonda?
Oh, thank you. That's
thank
my
you.
daughter's family. Thank you so much. I retouched it with Photoshop. No, I'm kidding.
You wake up like that.
Yeah, I do. Like that, right. Okay, so a lot of new things, always new things. One of the new things is with some direction from David Rosak, changing Larry's marketing a little bit. You may have noticed a couple of new types of posts.
Handsome.
In addition,
he's youthful. He's youthful.
yeah. Well, I learned how to do that. I'm not as good as you yet, but I learned how to do a cartoon Larry that smiles. That was my goal. A Larry that smiles. So anyway, but we're trying to rather than go through the vendors, go directly to the dealers with both our message and our methods. And we just started. It's a 90-day plan. And I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's going to work out great. I mean, Larry's super busy anyway, so I always ask the question is, what are you going to do when you run out of hours, which you've almost done? There's only so many Larry hours in the week, but somehow he fits it all in. So yeah, so that's what we're doing. And I'd love your feedback and input. If when you see something you don't like in our post, let us know.
Fantastic.
When are we back at the package store?
Wait, what?
When are we meeting back at the package store? In Connecticut, we call them the package stores.
Oh, the state store we call in Pennsylvania, the liquor store.
We call them the package store.
Yeah.
And the boys are upstairs on the second floor.
Right. I don't know how many, I have to check how many Larry Talks we have left. For those of you who don't know, we go up to Connecticut to tape the Larry Talks. Larry is like a machine. In the car on the way up, we talk about the topics he's going to talk about. He gets there and boom, boom, boom. We knock out 16, 18 of them in a couple hours. And then we have dinner with Mike and Gary. So it's always a fun day.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And I get to direct. I love that,
Look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Yeah. Probably early summer.
Yeah.
Larry, I know what's new because you weren't here. My kid, we talked about this a little bit last week. My kid started her first job in sales at a car dealership.
Wow.
Right on.
How does she like it?
It was a bumpy start because of poor onboarding.
Yeah.
What brand?
Hyundai.
Oh, okay.
So
now wait a minute. It's unusual to hear poor onboarding.
It's a pretty big group too. I'm not going to say who it is.
Next thing you're going to tell me that birds are flying and fish are swimming.
Ducks are dancing.
Right. It's and I tried to explain to her, like, I have been talking about how, anyway, on her third day, on her break, she left and she works very, very close to the dealership. I mean, she lives very, very close. And she went home and she called me
crying.
She didn't call me crying, but as she was telling me what happened, like, when you get so angry.
Yeah.
That tears want to come, right?
Yeah.
And, they handed her to a kid to train her, and his first thing was, this happened like 2 days before, and she told me that, and we laughed about it, was basically, oh, you're giving me another one?
Ah.
And I explained to her, I said, Ari, it's
That's sad.
likely that they're not compensating him
Right.
for showing you the ropes.
And he might be the wrong person.
But I mean, it all worked out, right? Because, I'm sure that her managers have noticed, because, she showed me her note. Like, I know that my kid is sitting there with a notebook.
Yeah.
Right? Like, taking notes, trying to learn. She knows nothing about the car business, except what she's gotten from me, which is in HR, right? So anyway, it appears that somebody noticed this and kind of like got things aligned a little better. So, I got her a mentor, right? Somebody that sells 80 cars a month, who I know through Wocan, and she is amazing. Janae Andrews, if you know her, she works with Great Lakes Automotive Group, right? So I texted Janae, I was like, girl, can you please help my kid? Right? And so, and I've told Ariana what I've observed with Janae, and it's about using community that my kid has really built. So she texted me the other day, and she's already getting messages from her people saying, hey, I got a friend that needs a car, can you blah, blah, blah. So
Sandy, that's because they threw her into indentured servitude. Usually when they put you with the mentor lets you take plates off of cars and let you buy coffee. But they needed to put her with a mentor like Janae, who was smart enough to explain to her, if you're the greatest salesman on earth, or saleswoman on earth, you're not going to sell more than 18-20% of strangers at the door. That it's all about recruiting, prospecting.
They won't teach her any of that, right?
No,
where I got her and extras. She needs to learn, like she's on CDK, like she knows what the CRM is. So
Yeah.
I'm excited for her. I'm cautiously excited.
That's
excited for
amazing. And she's going to do really well. And for if you may not remember, but I drove to a dealership where Larry was doing some training, and I totally agree with, just to keep it real simple, you can know everything about the automotive business, everything about each and every Hyundai and all the selling points and either. But if you're not good with people, you're gonna starve to death. Quite the contrary. If you're good with people, social media, and you understand that kind of stuff right there, and don't get bogged down with all the intricacies, you can know nothing about the vehicles and be a superstar. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Can I
Christian,
make a
to answer
really-
your question, I'm not going to a soda.
Can I make a really quick question? A really quick statement? Because they're women of color and they're probably in Woken, you know who else I would recommend? And by the way, you heard it here first. That would be an incredible roundtable to start. Female salespeople mentors to help women starting out their sales careers, like a roundtable kind of thing or whatever would be super cool. Or even a
You know what
podcast.
happens, Wendy, when you come up with an idea?
Allison sells cars. Is it Allison or Janae that have the health struggle? Can't remember. Allison's also a woman of color. Allie Pignon would be great because she's great with social. Allie Owens, who's looking for her next gig, would be fabulous. You know Allie Owens. They're both in all things used cars almost every morning. Allie Owens is, but one of us know them and can hook you up. But I'm quite sure they're involved in Wocan already. So I'll text you the names for you to check them out.
Thank you. Allie, I've got good. She's already set up meetings with Janae. I don't want to overload her as well.
Yeah.
Right? Send me whatever. But
Janae Andrews, right? And Allison Davis, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I know them well of their history all the way back to COVID. Yes.
Yeah, if she's anything like her mother, she's going to do extremely well. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You're so
I'm just saying. Just saying.
My kid is 10 times of anything that I ever dreamed in my wildest dreams to be. I'm very proud of her.
As you should be.
You're gonna cry
No.
There's no crying on lethal.
No,
Sam.
but Russell's tearing up.
I'm actually
Yeah,
not
let's
crying.
get my
I'm
glasses
so
off.
full of gratitude. Although, and plus, she hasn't answered my text, which ends up pissing me off. Right? Like, come on now. Oh,
So I can yell.
Rhonda, I owe you $5. I don't know, but get that jar out.
Hey, you guys, you know what's cool about kids is that, like, if we really are honest with ourselves, in most things in life, we kind of want to be best, right? We kind of want to be better than others. But when it comes to your kids, you're perfectly fine. In fact, you want them to be better than you. Isn't that cool? I mean,
Yeah.
that's like the people that you want to be better than you. And it's like so satisfying when they are.
Yeah,
But I think that's what makes it so special.
right on.
Best thing I never knew I needed. Kids.
Fantastic. Well, we are out of time. So I want to thank everybody for all the thoughts. And obviously, Sandy, if there's any way we can help with your kid there, obviously happy to do it. I sent you a couple links on the show last time. I did a great interview with a lady who works at a Cadillac store that I'm in process of editing. I'll send you that one done. She's done great things with social media. Sells, I think, 25 Cadillacs a month. Most of them are from her own activity. So I think it's like 20.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Before we part ways, I got one very important thing, and I'd like to say, and that's nobody told you all that they loved you and appreciated you today that Russell Hill just did. Okay.
Fair enough.
Ditto. Back at ya.
Have a good
Right
day.
on.
I also think that what Russell talked about would be a great topic, especially since Larry's a recruiter and most organizations do background checks.
Yep.
And second chance hiring and how important that is. Okay, that's all.
Thank
Fantastic.
you.
Thanks very much.
Okay.
Have a
Have a
great
good night.
week, guys.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Thank you.
Thank you for helping the industry get better today live.
We are out.
Thank you for helping the industry get better today live.